Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Reagan from Uniquely Reagan Handcrafted Cards. Today I'm going to be making my Craft Roulette card for episode number 290. And we need to be making a card that is a card for a friend, uses element of happy, and also uses bright colors, and has random partial image. So speaking of partial image, I have this stamp and die and stencil set from Stamps of Life that's new for this month, October 2025. And guess what it has? Partial images. So I think I'm going to use this cat stamp and stencil set with the matching die to make a birthday card for a friend. So I'm going to use the cat with "Let's pause and celebrate" in one of the word bubbles or thought bubbles, and also going to say "wishing you a happy birthday." I'm going to use the stencil, and also I'm going to use Operation Write Home sketch number 62 that has this little Polaroid looking element on it. So that's what I'll be using for my card sketch today. I have already trimmed out a card that's 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored it in the half at 5 1/2 to make my card. And this is that sits on the side here. And so that's going to sit like that. I've taken a piece of paper from the October 2025 card kit, You Deserve a High Five collection. And it has a paper pad that has all of these great, wonderful cardstock papers in it. And so I've taken a piece of paper from that pad to make a little border, just like on the sketch. And I found a piece of scrap paper and another piece of scrap paper. And so that's going to be my sketch. That matches Operation Write Home sketch number 62. And I am, on the sketch, it had it sitting straight up and down, perpendicular to this other band of paper. I think I'm going to just offset that a little bit and give it a little angle when I glue mine down. But first, I'm going to get my image. Actually, I'm going to get a piece of scrap white paper and get my little cat stamped out on it. And then we'll die cut it and glue it to the Polaroid inside frame. So I have a piece of white paper, and let me get the stamp set out. I'll clear away some of this. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp a couple of these out because I am going to be making some more cards using this set. So while I'm here, I might as well stamp a couple extra. I'm going to be using a couple different kinds of colors from Stamps of Life to color in my image with the stencil set. So I'll have those available. Let me get a block out. It's the first time I've used this. That stamps very nicely. There we go. I'll set that to the side and clean this up. I got the stencils along with an extra more Peking Critters, the stamp set, in addition to my monthly club set, and a couple of extra items. So from the Stamps of Life. So I'm going to use this to color in my little critters. I have the cat here at the top and here at the bottom. So I'm just going to be looking for, make sure that I can read the Stamps of Life to make sure I have it front and center. So I'll be coloring this in. I'm going to put you on fast forward so I can get these colored in, and I'll come back to you in just a moment. Okay, I'm going to put my card together here, and I went ahead and cut out my speech bubble background or outline from the piece of paper where I'm going to be covering with the pattern paper. And I just made sure that my pattern paper is wider or taller than the speech bubble, and it is. And the way that this stamped out is perfect. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to adhere this over to cover that opening so no one will ever know. Looks like I've got some glitter there. So that's going to go like that. Let's adhere this down. finished my card for Craft Roulette episode number 290, and I'm just going to lay the colors that I've used out. So you can see that I have made a card for a friend. I've made a birthday card, let's pause and celebrate, birthday card for a friend. I've used happy birthday. Colors, bright colors. We've got a lot of pinks and purple, and those are bright colors in the yellow and orange on the cat too. And partial image, it's just a partial image of that cat. I used the stencil Peeking Critters from Stamps of Life. I used Sayings for Cake, wishing you a happy birthday. Here's that stamp set, Peeking Critters, that I put the extras back in my pouch here to save for the next card I'm going to make. There's those dies that I used. I also pulled out a stamp called Birthday Cats so that I could use the little stamp and die with the present to add a little bit extra. And you saw that I pulled out some masket sheets from Stamps of Life to create a little mask so that I could create a little set of presents here. So I just put the extra masks back on the stencil sheet inside my pouch with my stencil and stamps and dies. I pulled out a couple of little gems to put on my card because I thought this corner of the card was a little bit empty. And then I also used a little sparkle pen and my jelly roll pen to add a little bit extra to my card. So I think it turned out really cute. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And that's my Craft Roulette card for episode number 290. And I really appreciate you coming to join me again today. And then I hope that you hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and come back and join me the next time I have a crafty video. Share this video with a friend if you think you know someone who may enjoy it. I'll put a link at the end of this video to another one that you may enjoy. And then come back and see me the next time I have a crafty video. Have a great day. Bye.